The mind is compared to the moon. Like the cloud has just moved out of the moon, you can see a little bit of light. There's some ray of hope. When the moon becomes a full moon, you see the light. So, can I really touch the pain of that individual and meet the person where they are? The mind is compared to the moon. Okay. The moon is waxing and waning. So, there are times when you can't see the moon, there is no moonlight, new moon, and then you have the full bright moon, the full moon. So, mind is like that. Sometimes you are in the best of your potentialities, you have so much clarity and creativity and enthusiasm and the will to deal with any challenges that come. And it is the same mind at another point of time which says, I am hopeless, I can't do anything, this is not going to work, and we have to know that we believe the mind. We always believe the mind. When the mind is giving you a sob story, when it is playing out the victim, you completely believe the mind. And when the mind is saying, I can do it, I have the power, you are believing the mind. So, what I tell people when there is depression, you don't have to believe the mind. When I go into a very depressive state, I know how my mind plays, the games the mind plays. It says, no, this is not going to work. I don't have the strength, I can't do this, I can't do this. It's the same story, the same thought repeats itself, looping. I can't come out of that vicious cycle. So, all that I learnt to tell my mind is, I don't have to believe you, okay, I will do something. And to do something, we have to start somewhere. When people come with depression, first of all, to come to a yoga therapist with severe depression is very difficult. You don't have the motivation to do anything, therefore, you don't want to go anywhere. So, people usually are brought by a family member or a friend or somebody, and I would say, can you just do a 10-minute practice? So, no, I can't do that. I can't wake up in the morning, I can't just do a simple movement. So, I keep hearing that I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this, but I have to start somewhere, because it is not talk therapy, it's not like the therapist can do some magic and something will shift. So, something to do with the body, because when I want to bring a change in the mind, I have to work with the breath and the body, and breath is very subtle at that point. So, maybe I have to work with the body. So, I will have to negotiate, I have to work with the person and start somewhere. Maybe a very strong physical practice will help. Maybe a family member can support the person who is going through the depressive state to actually motivate them and make them do a practice. A simple 5-minute, 10-minute practice can make a little shift. Like the cloud has just moved out of the moon, you can see a little bit of light, there's some ray of hope, and then we use that and work more. We may use chanting, we may use some level of physical practice, maybe even walking or any other physical activity, and slowly help the person to take charge. The road may be long, but I believe that this is the only way in which, in a very holistic manner, you can impact the individual, and you can help the individual to see that they have the power within themselves to change their state of mind. When the moon becomes a full moon, you see the light, okay? You will remember that when you go back to the new moon, and that memory is very important for you to come back and take charge of yourself. So, you may go up and down, and then there is a slow movement up, and then there may be sometimes a drop, but you can quickly pick yourself up and come up. That is what yoga therapy has taught me, that is what I see with a lot of people in dealing with depression or anxiety, depression, many such conditions. So, really we are working with the mind, we are using the body sometimes as a tool to impact the mind, because the mind is not ready to take charge of itself. So, we just simply work with asana, chanting or tools like that. But the support is very important, the support of the therapist, somebody who can simply listen to the individual. The person comes with a lot of negativity, nothing that I say is going to penetrate the mind. and any amount of enthusiasm that I come with sometimes can even put off the individual. You know, say, can you be happy, can you smile and do this? It's really going to put off somebody who cannot smile. So, can I really touch the pain of that individual and meet the person where they are and help them from where they are? And it might take a long time. What my teacher has taught me is never give up on your student, you know, because you don't know what they are going through. All that you can do is help them from how you are perceiving them and help them to perceive themselves and take charge of themselves. And if I don't have faith in the student, I don't think they are going to have faith in themselves. So, it is very important that I have to create that relationship where there is faith and there is trust, and the person will do, and I have to walk with the person.